Welcome back to the Sales Acceleration Show, and today we have Jo Deferm from Webhero.
Yes.
Jo, we know each other a long time, and outside of work, you also do a lot of surfing. We'll talk about that later. But first, maybe give us a quick update on what the hell is Webhero.
Well, Webhero is an agency, but we focus on building software for small companies. So you have the SMEs, but we really focus on the smallest companies.
And what's the trends now happening? Because I've seen there's been a big shift within small to mid-sized companies, what they're doing from a digital perspective. Because I'm guessing if you and I hear the word digital, we're thinking like, yeah, that's so 2000, right?
Yes. I'm really interested in digital. You were there in the 2000s, but what I see is that these small companies only now are ready to start their digital transformation.
But what does that mean?
That means that they had a website and that's it.
Okay, so nothing else, so no payments, just a few pictures on it and go.
Yeah, so now they start experiencing the possibilities with software, but online payments and all these things.
One of the things I saw a few years ago was a lot of software vendors that would actually try to sell the hybrid way of working. Multiple tools, all connecting, and the famous Zapier and all of that connecting. Is that something, but it just didn't work. People didn't understand it. They were like, yeah, so I buy that and then I have to buy another thing and they just couldn't compute it.
That's correct. I think they still don't understand it. And it's very hard to make it work. So that's why we actually start building more software in one platform.
So like a bit monolithic, but more like a...
Yeah, we do website, we do e-commerce, we do booking tool, we do mail tool, we do SEO tool.
So you can connect all the dots.
Yes.
And where is it going? Even more software, or eventually what's going to happen?
No, I think from the...
This is the part you say something really, truly intelligent.
Yeah, from the first moment we started Webhero, we knew that only software was not going to do the trick. You have to combine software and service.
Okay.
So I always say we are a SaaS company, but we are a software and a service, not as a service.
When I started 5 years ago, my dream was SaaS, and SaaS cannot have service because your equity balance and a lot of stories. And I realized actually the bigger the company you talk to, the more service you have to inject,
100%.
either you or partners, because people want to get the service. They don't care, they want to get a solution.
But not only the big companies. I think the small companies realize they need the service.
But then you have a budget discussion and the money thing.
Yeah, you have to...
The margin pressure remains.
Yeah. You have like the high-end companies, and we are like operation excellence, budget friendly for small companies.
I find it pretty cool. You're actually targeting the right niche, and you're proud about it, because a lot of companies come to me and say, "Yeah, Michael, no, we only go to now." Man, I would go to the most boring industry I can find because I know I can make a massive difference. Yeah. If you go to the high-tech space, it's always the same. Everybody's like claiming. You didn't even mention the word blockchain to me, so I'm actually pretty happy. Right?
No.
Web 3.0 is going to change dramatically. It's going to disrupt. Nobody wants to be disrupted. They just want their business to run and make good margins.
But it's a classic problem with agencies. They start small.
Yeah.
They're really good. They work for small companies. They start growing. Budgets go up. And they don't want to work for small companies. So we decided this is our market. We want to help small companies.
So if we think about small companies, so we had the whole Corona, COVID pandemic, so they realized they need to do more digitally. It took a long time, it forced them. So we kind of feel recession type of thing coming. So what's next for them?
Well, it goes...
You look really depressed already.
No, it goes both ways. You see companies...
The question is, what if I would hit them on the head, if that would go better, right?
Just to make sure you don't...
You have to know, this is an interesting fact. A few weeks ago, he had a surfing accident, so he took a wave and the surfboard hit his nose. Don't worry, my nose is still bigger than yours, so I've won, right? No discussion. I know that was actually the original intention.
I'm glad to have some competition.
Well, there you go. And so he still has a big problem, so he actually sees two Michaels, which of course,
amazing.
For my ego, which is great. So, hang on, back.
What was the question again?
You have to follow.
Yeah.
So the question was, we had COVID. They had to change, they had to go digital. We feel there is some type of recession, whatever shape or form is coming. What's next for them?
Well, it goes both ways. We see a lot of companies quitting, because since we have more than 1,000 companies as a client, you see
patterns.
Patterns. So there are more companies quitting as before, but on the other hand, we see
You mean quitting as in stopping the business?
Really stopping the business. Yeah.
Okay.
But on the other hand, you see companies who did the digital transformation during the crisis, the Corona crisis, and they're going at a fast pace now. So a lot of companies start changing during the crisis, which
because
is
they have to. It's either like black or white.
Yeah, they had the time.
Yeah.
They had the time, so they used it wisely.
Yeah. I remember that company we both knew, actually team leader in a few years ago, one of their pitches in the beginning was they had to sell the fact that they were doing sales digitally. So they would phone up, and one of the criteria was, during the phone call, can I make them switch to the online demo? If they can't, they're not in the target because it's going to give us a lot of troubles later. Yeah. That changed completely in that time, but actually I thought it was a great qualification technique. And people were like, no, you need to come to no, we're not coming because it's too cheap. The license is too cheap. There is no margin. No. They call that cost of acquisition, by the way.
I think that was good to get the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Actually, the people who didn't buy it in that phone call are our clients. They need the service, and that's what we provide. But we don't have CRM.
You don't have CRM? I see a conversation popping up. You also made a known, so what I find interesting with Jo is that you also started making videos for a long time. We've done enough, and we just before this we had a big chat about production. And it's always fun to improve. I think one of the tricks that you do, and I see a lot of people thinking about it, but you're one of those guys that just tries stuff, and even if it goes bad, and it's, I mean, the setup is very nice. You have a whiteboard, one camera, and you're just kind of chatting away, drawing stuff, and I'm watching, and I keep watching, and I'm thinking, and then I go like, the light could be better, but actually, who cares?
Who cares?
But it works. You see the increase actually in view, because you've been doing this for a while now, and I know keeping up production is tough. Yeah. You then have the awards you give, which I like a lot. You then have the academy you started, so you're kind of doing everything.
Oh yeah, I love experimenting.
Yeah.
I think you never know what's it going to be if you haven't done it. So we try things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
You always batch it?
Yes. Yes. Like for Webhero TV, we do 4 productions in one day, which was yesterday, was a hard day. On the other hand, in my office, we do like low in, high out. We do it in less than 1 hour. We have to make the video with an iPhone, one light, that's it. Yeah. One take.
One take.
One take, always.
Actually, I like it. So this is probably, we're going to cut out the part of your nose and that kind of stuff. Just leave.
Well, you focus on the content.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You don't do interviews, eh? It's only focused especially on the awards. You then go to people, you give them. I really like the award concept, because the moment you start giving awards, you are the thought leader, you are the experts saying, hey,
I learned it from the rest.
Actually, that's why
I actually read the book. I read the book.
You read a book, I've written a new one. We're gonna give it a copy later on today, so we can make a nice, cool official picture. No, that's pretty good. You should keep doing that. But what's gonna be the next thing?
Well, I realize I have to professionalize. Yeah. Because now we're doing with an iPhone. This is my phone, and that's making all the videos. And I feel like
it's good for some formats.
It's good for some formats, but we have to step it up.
Do you do ads on those videos?
Sometimes we do. We do. We actually sometimes sell the video, because we get demands from people say, hey, I want you to come to visit my company and do like a review. But we don't focus on it.
Yeah. Most people that when they read my book and they set up a podcast, they start after a year, they realize it costs money and they start monetizing. They try to monetize, and there are a few models, and I have to say, it's very rarely I see somebody really monetizing it. It's just difficult. No, also in Belgium, we don't have the culture. It's very quickly.
I don't really want to make money on it, but if I can make it like
break even.
Yeah, break even, it's perfect.
It's like building your email list. If you can do it break even, it's gold mine.
Actually.
Any last famous words of wisdom? When I'm a small company, what should I think? Where should I focus? What should make me ready to do more sales or to grow?
To grow? Well, it's a classic. I think it's a classic. People work in their company, but they never think about growing. You first have to start thinking about growing and then make the right steps.
Perfect. Thank you, Jo. You were fantastic. I hope the surfing goes well in the future. You don't break other stuff. And
I'll send you a picture next week.
Thank you.
Ja, ik moet naar die kijken.
Ik zit zo links en rechts te kijken. Hè. Die zo opzet. Ja, we lassen. Ik doe mee. Hola.